On the CPU. You don't put it on the.
Hello everyone, my name is Victor Jaramillo and I'm gonna start how I dismantle this entire laptop.
Anyone got a rubber band?
Okay, so first, let's go backwards. The last thing you take off was the keyboard.
You're asking for one. That's the bad
This is the keyboard. Once you clean it with the brush.
Oh, one of the corners, right?
We'll have to put it
Oh.
like this.
I'm having a hard time with
And
this
it
one.
goes-
I can kind of see it right there.
Key B cable goes in here, and the LB cable goes here. And for the one is input, and the other one will be the output of it. As
That's the two right there.
Thermal paste on this.
I remember. Well, actually, more like the BIOS.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm just gonna
The other part. The other part of it is the
Remember again?
motherboard.
Right tool for the right job. Yeah, if it's closed, you're gonna need a screwdriver to open that.
Oh, okay.
Get
Yeah.
a flat screwdriver and.
Here's just the motherboard. I just cleaned the thermal paste on it. The thermos how it looked like it looked kind of crispy, kind of like you when you leave something in the water in the stove and it has like some sort of chemicals on it. The water will evaporate, but the chemicals will stay. That kind of how it looks like, crispy and everything. So you will use alcohol. One sec. We will use this tinner alcohol. Well, the reason I will use this kind of alcohol is because it specializes for thermal pasting removal.
And then go around it.
And we use this as well in order to mix it out with the alcohol. We use this specifically because this thing that does a little bit more of a mess, more with the algodones and the towels and napkins. Kind of the reason why you want to use one of these. Now back to the motherboard. One last thing I want to talk about is the little blue thing over here that it's a bit of a mess because someone keeps touching it. Not my fault. This is a thermal pad. Thermal pads can actually last. It's the same thing as the thermal paste, but the thermal pad actually lasts you a lot longer and a lot wishing. These things can actually turn into as of right now, solid, and high temperatures will turn into a liquid. Then when the computer turns off, it will come back as a solid once again. In order for you to remove it and place it somewhere else, if you like. Thermal pads last much longer than the thermal paste because it's kind of not liquid but liquid at the same time. It turns into a liquid then into a solid. That's the reason why it lasts longer. The next thing I want to talk about is that you cool it down with this heatsink. This heatsink is specialized for for the motherboard and for the CPUs. As you can see, there's actually CPU.
There is
One
an
CPU.
art form to put back the
One
heatsink.
CPU. This CPU right here.
So
No wait.
we're gonna
No,
do
this
one
is the
side.
CPU. This
Don't screw
is
it
the
all the way
GPU.
down. Just tighten it a little bit, and then go to the pressure. Spread the thermal paste onto the heatsink.
Heatsink. The point of this heatsink is for it's for to keep the CPU cold. Kind of the whole reason why you need to keep it with the GPU and the CPU and GPU at the same time. Well, this part right here as well need. I think this is for that's actually for the GPU, the RAM of the GPU, and it needs to have also their own paste because it gets extremely hot as well. The other thing I want to talk about will be the hard drive. The hard drive is actually very easy to remove because here, actually like this with the plastic on top of it, and you need to connect it right here. Once the CPU is like this, with the motherboard, you'll go connect into this part right. Oh crap! I'm not showing it. This part right here.
Correctly.
Another Another thing I want to talk about will be the RAM. The RAM is actually for
not gonna be able to finish it.
components.
So you'd rather just put it the way it is? Without
We
the.
actually put
I'm not
equals
saying that.
right
Mom's
here.
gonna be real upset.
Oh.
What do you mean? Oh, how about
Right
oh
here.
no, I'm gonna be grounded.
for to function for the computer. Another thing we want to talk about is here.
That's rude. That's rude from you.
Okay, where's it? There it is. It goes here,
Well, you don't
and
have
this
to
is for the
say
Wi-Fi and Bluetooth.
Just say normally though. Don't say anything.
It goes with
Just don't say anything.
See, that's better right there. See?
two cables that
No, I was
goes
trying to
with
fill in
the
holes.
monitor. There they are,
It was there.
right there. Those two right there. One's for power. The other one is for the other one is for the systems. Also, I forgot to talk about. I forgot one thing. Talk about how about the heatsink is the spin, the fans. The fans, for the fans, for the heatsink to work, the fans, to work. The copper is a
Okay, guys, let me tell you guys, we got till Monday. If you
Alright, back into it. This is for the heatsink, and the once again the copper is for to a perfect
make sure I see
conductor.
when you do the thermal paste, make sure I see when you do the
Once the
Wi-Fi
fan
back
actually hits,
on.
I think it will turn cold. Copper will turn cold. Cold is from here from this for the CPU, and so on and so on. So again, fan, copper, thermal paste, CPU. Fan keeps it cold.
Alright, put the fan
This
in there.
copper cold to keep the GPU and the CPU cold.
Still.
And last thing I want to talk about will be the battery.
There's a left and a right to the
The
fan as
battery
well.
goes
Sorry,
here,
I'm sorry. It's just
here,
I'm sorry. I'm going through a tough time right now.
and it goes
exactly
like
having
this
Yes.
with the cable right
good
there.
fortunes happen to you.
For the power of the entire system.
You good?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Thank you all
I
so
think
much
you
for
can
watching. Oh, and actually this as well goes on top of everything in order for to. So why do we need it? Well, it's for actually the fan, for the airflow of the CPU. The airflow from the fans to cool down not just the CPU and GPU but also the RAM and everything else, because everything crowds heat. The computer hates heat, so for to keep everything cold and everything cold, you need something to put on it, something to keep it cold, something to keep the most important two parts of the computer to keep it cold, and to keep everything cold. Be this
And guess what?
to compress all the airflow for everything to keep it cold. Thank you all so much for watching. Goodbye.
Yes.